Well, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Ask a Photo Pro with your friendly neighborhood host. It's me, Carty. Today, we are doing a very special episode. We are looking at some photos. Let's dust the shoulder off. We're looking at some photos. Not just photos, we're looking at websites, specifically your websites that you've submitted to me to look at. Websites are where so many people have major issues. So today, I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sites to look at. I'm going to be helping some people. Starting with our one named Neo Mouse Studio. Guys, if you want to submit your photos or anything to review, if you want, I look at raw files. I help you process raw files from time to time. I look at websites, and the thing that I do the most of is photo reviews. The photo reviews we used to do weekly, but they're getting out of control. So if you are on the photo submission level, here's what you need to know. Photo submissions now happen every other week. So there's an assignment. You have a week to do the assignment, and then it gives me 2 weeks to look at them. And then 2 weeks later, I give another assignment. So we have an assignment out right now, which is a self-portrait. That particular assignment, I'm giving you 2 weeks to do while we reset into this new schedule of submissions. But everything else is going to be on 1 week. We are doing, I guess we can't call them real photo reviews, but we're going to play the real photo reviews slate because that's what we do. But what we are looking at today is websites. And we are starting with Neo Mouse Studio. Neo Mouse Studio is a photographer, I believe, from Colombia. What's up, Neo Mouse? Thanks for hanging out. Neo Mouse, let's look at your website. First thing off the top, there's some formatting that is troublesome for me. I'm also seeing some digitalness that's happening in here, meaning in the file, it's a JPEG that's not processed well. So this picture here, this whole header idea of having this header picture, it doesn't need it. Like the website should start here. Now, I can't read the categories, but also these shots here have to be the strongest work. And I'm seeing that you're giving, obviously you shoot families, you shoot, I don't speak Spanish, but everything up here doesn't need to happen. Also, this color combination, which is like a brown black, the color combination here, and also the skin tone. You can see the skin tone here versus the skin tone here versus the skin tone here. We have 3 different color balances, which I'm seeing off, and you only get one chance to make a first impression. So I can't go through all of the work, but I am going to look at, when I see this picture, do you see how I'm looking at it on a 4K screen, but I have to scroll to see the whole thing? I should be able to see, like, these thumbnails need to be a little bit smaller, I think. And again, I'm not sure if this is theater. Yeah, the way that they're formatted, like, I can't see the whole picture. So the picture should end here, the entire picture. So I can go through and see the entire picture without having to scroll up to see the picture and back down. And then all the stuff under here, if you're looking at it in this format, it doesn't really make sense. And then here, oh my God, you have a bunch of different galleries in the same thing. No. No, this isn't how you do websites. You can't have a bunch of different photos also in a grid layout, because I'll never see this. I'm just literally scanning. These are too big. And like how you set up a gallery is a gallery looks like this. It's super simple. It just looks like this. It's just like this. And you just scroll and you can just see all the photos just like that. Super simple. And then when you click a photo, it goes like this, but I don't have to go up, down to see the whole photo because it's contained here. And then look, I just hit arrow and I go through the entire site super fast. And I'm not having to there's no confusion. What you're doing is you're creating a ton of confusion the way that this is laid out. Unfortunately for me, you got to go back to the drawing board. And again, you're trying to re-imitate the wheel, reinvent the wheel in a scenario where it's just wrong. Like literally go to where I made a I made a video called Your Website Sucks. This is how to fix it. And literally find, like, watch that and see the most successful websites. Like, let me show you the most successful websites. They just look like this. And they're just super, super, super clean. And the colors, it's white, black, gray. It's super simple. Once you have like a bit of a cast, it throws off your photos. So do you see how when you click, the galleries are super, super easy. They're super easy to see and they're very orderly. And then when you click a photo, you get that photo full size and you can just navigate with the arrow and see the whole photo. That's how it's got to be. Okay, NeoMouse, I hope that helps you. I hope that brings you value. We got lots of sites to go through. The next one up is Turtle Drone Solutions. My man, Josh. Josh, I know the purple is part of your branding. The purple's throwing me. And also there's lots of stuff happening here. Like, I know you're a drone pilot, so I definitely appreciate this, but the way that this is cutting off, I'm seeing a black bar there. Let me just get my right color here. I'm seeing a black bar here. I'm seeing black bars here, and I'm seeing black bar here and here. So the way that these videos are formatted isn't right. And then the purple, the tone on tone, it just makes it feel a little bit wishy. Like, I don't even know if we need, I don't know if we need this purple. If you have the purple, like, use the purple as an accent color, but don't use it as a background, because I think it looks wishy. Also, the fonts here are super basic, super, super basic fonts. I feel like this almost, it almost looks like the default font, which is never where you want to go with the fonts that you're choosing. This looks very default in the font department. The way that the kerning is should be aligned on one side. The center, like the text kerned in center. I mean, it's hard because many photographers are not designers. I have a high design sensibility because design is something I studied in photography school. But again, the way that this blocking is done, this blocking needs to be oriented left, because it cheapens it. And also different values. This needs to possibly be capitalized. As far as the formatting, I don't mind it, but again, just the thing that I'm finding the most distracting are these boxes, and the action is very, like, a lot. Like, it's almost too much. It's it's bordering on too much stimulation. Like, seeing this is a little bit more appealing, and it's like almost like I'm asking to, like, give me this after like one more click, or when I click video services. Do you know what I mean? So let's look at your services. Real estate. This flyover is super effective. See, for me, this is where I think the flyovers really work, when you're in your categories. Not sure what is happening here with these shapes, these 3 different shapes. Just, I don't know what they're for or where else in the website they make sense. They're not for your logo. There's no other shapes like that through the site. This is a square picture, but then this doesn't make sense to me at all. And also the rounded corners here. Now it looks like you just discovered that you had a feature that you could do in your web builder, and you're now just using it. So this here doesn't make any sense for me. And again, align, all the text needs to be left justified. Okay. Back to services, construction and surveying. Yeah, better, but you gotta, I think some of these thumbnail sizes could be bigger. And also there's something really weird that's happening with the edges on these thumbnails. Not sure what it is, but it's like a white line. Yeah, these thumbnails could be bigger. And then again, this is the first place that you have purple text. So why is there purple text there? You don't have purple text anywhere else. So again, like there's like rules, there's consistency rules that you have to have throughout your entire site. The way that the sizes of the images are. This huge play button, we don't need this huge play button. Assume that like a smaller, simpler play button is nicer. This makes people feel stupid. Don't make your users feel stupid, but make it easy for them to use. Okay, let's see. Motorsports, videography. To me, this is where this needs to be, although it's digitizing quite a bit. There's a weird thing happening here with the framing. Like the double border, it looks low end. The fact that you have vertical reels instead of horizontal videos here. You have horizontal videos on all the other ones, but you have vertical reels here. Where's the horizontal videos here? So that's a question. I know you're selling short form content by only showing this. Assume that anyone who can make long form content can also make short form content, but not everyone who can make short form content can make long form content. So for me, that's my 2 cents in a bag of chips. I think here, the purple, no, I showed you that, the kerning, and also I think this front page needs to be more inviting. You're trying to show too many things, and this upper bit is super distracting. I would work on a more impactful front page. And if you look here, this is, let me just find the right site. Sorry. Oh my goodness, this microphone is in the way. There it is. So just look at this site. And I literally just built this. And super, super simple and then you have to go above the fold to start to get in to all of that information. But just as far as what home pages look like, and when you're trying to grab people's attention, like this is a sales page for my habit tracker. So this is how your front page has to feel. Yours feels like it's very aggressive. Do you know what I mean? This for me feels like super aggressive. It's got to be like, let people go into the site before they get that. I would come in a little bit more clean with just an incredible aerial photograph, full screen. Like your aerial photography is show-stopping, Josh. So that's hidden on this website. So I would lead with that. Personally, that's my 2 cents and a bag of chips, Josh. All right. So let's see your contact. Yeah, some of the layout, this layout is just painful. It's painful. It's the overtop and the transparent, and the picture that you chose, you have better pictures. And like the white bar, I don't know, man. It doesn't feel like I want to get in touch. Like it's too businessy and not personal enough. There's not enough personal connection. And when it comes to your contact page, I want your contact page to feel like inviting. You know what I mean? It should be clean. And testimonials, if you have them. And if you don't have them, get them. I feel like the text over top, the box, it just makes this all really hard to read, Josh. So there's some vibes here that you have to fix. The picture over top of the picture, again, there's too many different styles in this website. It definitely, like, you can get work from this. And then the underlying down here, you don't need the underlying. Like, we see the information, you don't need to underline it for people. That's another one of the things that, like, you're doing to make people feel stupid. Don't underline that kind of stuff. I hope that helps you, Josh. That is Josh. You got a lot of work to do. You got to go back to the drawing board on a couple of the design sensibilities. The thing is like a majority of photographers, like, we're not designers. You know what I mean? Unless you studied design, unless you went to design school. For me, I studied design as well as photography. So all the logos, all the stuff that you see, all my branding, like, I design all of that stuff, but it's like, even I'm like hypercritical of my own design. And my dot matrix logo, this logo that you see here, I didn't design that. I had literally my creative consultant design that because he hated my logo. So again, we're trying to raise the bar. Let's look at our next photographer. This is Slim, also known as Slimmy. All right, Slim. So off the top, the way that you're doing your homepage, for me, I'm seeing this over and over again. Like, your homepage is, hey, this is the categories that I do in big thumbnails. But that's not how you do it. You want your homepage to look like you're already in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you go to my homepage, as soon as you go there, you're into the work. I'm not saying like, hey, this is the and again, you have to lead with a portfolio, meaning this is all the stuff that you're going to see on my site. This is the best of it right on your homepage. That's what people want to see, is show me the work. Show me the work. Don't show me the categories, and don't show me thumbnails of the categories, because nobody cares. I just show me the work. Show me the work. And then if I like the overall vibe of the work, I want to see some specific categories. Like, that's how you formulate your work, or you default into a full category already. Like, you just default into a category. But the way that I have this category set up, I'm changing my entire formatting, because this isn't the formatting anymore. Like, you click this and now you're in, and then you have to click this and then you click to go through it. That's too many clicks. So how I do it now is where the way my portfolio is. Like, you're just in here, and now you click, you see the picture, you can go through, or you push escape and you go back and you're here. So that's how our categories have to be. Don't hide pictures underneath pictures, because people aren't going to look. What you're showing in the foreground is how they're judging you. So your homepage is how people are judging you. So if you're not making it super easy for them to just scroll and go through the work, it makes it super difficult. And it's like, remove friction. That's the whole goal, is we're trying to remove friction. What you're doing here, Slimmy, is you're adding friction here. Like, when we're on again, this is now studio work, which seems like, so here's the vibe. When you're here, wherever you are on your website, say now I'm on lifestyle, and this is taking a long time to load. So now I'm on lifestyle, and I want to now go back to your homepage. When I click here, it goes home, but it doesn't go home. It goes to lifestyle. So now I can't get to, so this, again, that's not, now I can't get back to your home screen without erasing lifestyle, clicking enter, and then getting here. Don't make it so hard. You're creating friction and frustration. Like, I'm the art director looking through your book. No, you're not hard. And this is the first thing that I see. So I'm seeing a picture that we've agreed is not at the level that you need to be, or at the level that represents where you are. There's spacing issues here. The thumbnails are square, so you're cutting off this girl's head. This guy is too dark. And again, this is a vertical picture that you're putting in a horizontal, like it just so many. And again, you're cutting off this girl's head. So how is this the representation? And this, we've already agreed, is literally 2/3 of a stop underexposed. And this is your homepage, the first impression. Why am I going to click any further? Why am I going to click any further? Dark, head cut off, like, you know what I mean? So for me, right from here, like, and when you click your name, logo, whatever, it always goes to the homepage in every case, always. If it doesn't, your site is broken. That's what I want everybody to be thinking about right now. The spacing between the pictures, too much spacing. You're creating too much white space, too much distance here between the corners, too much distance here between the corners. And there's too much distance here and here. So, and then the size of these two doesn't match the other ones. So if you're using Adobe Portfolio, there's a way to do that. Just fix it. I'm assuming all the categories are like this, and also that the work isn't edited. And then this form, there's nothing here that's making me want to contact you. Nothing. There's a form here. I mean, I can contact you, but it's not, hey, I'm Salim. I've been a photographer for this long and blah, blah, blah. I really want to work with you and like, let me help you. Like, there's nothing. It's just a blank page. And there's no about section. Who is this photographer? How do I know it's even your work? Why do you make pictures? Like, there's not enough here. There's work, definitely work that has to be done in order to take that one to the next level. That was Salim. Thank you, Salim. This is the next photographer. This is Times Taken. Times Taken. Thanks for submitting. I appreciate you. Times Taken. We're wasting a lot of space here. Between here, this whole gray bar does not need to be here at all. You're wasting a lot of real estate. This picture is over blurred, and it's your first picture. So don't lead with work that isn't the top work. There's too much space in between your photographs, therefore you're losing real estate. You could be showing way more photographs in this small space that have more impact. And also, again, the blur tool hasn't been a thing for 10 years. Stop using the blur tool in your photos. This is really bad retouching. And also there's better work. So don't lead with bad work. That's your first picture, which is the first impression, which is not good. This is too dark. So again, fix these kinds of things. So like, the site is okay though. The site is okay. It's just fix this. Like, this gray bar does not need, you don't need a header. You don't need a header. You just like be efficient with your space. This is way closer. And also you have better work than you're leading with, but you also have bad work on here that doesn't need to be here. So worry about like your editing. There's only a very few amount of photos here, which I understand. Exposure on this picture, Times Taken. And also, what's your name? What's your name? That's the whole point. What is your name? Times Taken is not your name. So I'm not paying Times Taken. I want to pay this person, whoever his name is, I want to give money to him because that's the person who's taking my photos. So when you attach your website to like a company, but then like you have no identity, you're trying to moniker your professional business as your Instagram handle, and that's not how it goes. You notice how I'm Steve Carty. It's Steve Carty Photography, Steve Carty Photographer. It's just Carty. Like, start getting people to remember your name, because Times Taken Photography is not memorable. Do you know what I mean? It makes me not like you. So change that. Please change that. It's like you're an individual. You're trying to get people to buy into you. You're the brand. You're the product. The most important niche is you. So you can't hide behind a moniker. You can't hide behind times taken photography. It's not what we're trying to do here. And then also, hi, I'm blah, blah. I'm a photographer from Connecticut. Like, that's not here either. So, and this does not look enthusiastic. Happy to be here? No. Happy to be here? No. High quality photo? The right exposure? No, no. So you're wanting me to invest in you. I'm not going to do that. And you're also straight to the pricing, which I appreciate, but the way that this page is set up, it's not, there's nothing like, why am I doing this? Why am I hiring you? You haven't sold me yet on the portfolio, on the work, on anything about you. There's nothing that's making you interesting for me. And if you'd like a photo session, please complete the form. Wow. If I'd like one. Okay. Wow. There's nothing that is transformational about this. There's no life-changing thing. So seeing your web, it's just boring. We got to fix it. We got to fix it. It's got to be like dynamic. It's got to be persuasive with the writing. And there's no writing. There's like a block of text like that. So time's taken. We got to push this a little bit harder, my guy. Thank you for submitting. I appreciate you. All right. This is Arsen Vasquez. Arsen Vasquez. Again, it's hard because you can see photographers aren't designers. And it's hard because there's so many things that I'm seeing that are just simple things, but massive mistakes. Here's another one. Arsen, what is your affliction with using space? Like, look, this is the homepage. This is the homepage. Okay? So to you, this is more important than that photograph. Like, I don't get it. Like, let's look at the amount of wasted space you're using here. Like, all this space is begging for, like, I have money. I want to pay you. But you're making this site like alternate, like, I don't understand how, like, this photo is inside a border even still. So you're making it even smaller. Like, this is literally the epitome of all form, no function. All style, no substance. Literally. Where's the substance? Here. So why are you making it inside a thing and so hidden? And no eye contact, no face. She's hidden, no connection. Like, I'm not connecting with you at all. And then it says faces and it clicks that way. It clicks that way. Where's she looking? She's looking the other way. I don't really get it. Places. And you're shooting all niches. Faces, places, and things. You're shooting literally everything. So if you're wondering why you're not working, is because you think that you can do everything. You think that you can achieve mastery at all of these things. I hate this website so much, dude. I hate it so much. Like, honestly, I hate this so much. It's so frustrating. Like, the pictures don't look how small the photos are. The border for the photo is more important to you than the photography. I don't get it. I don't get it. Honestly, Arsen, this is back to the drawing board for me. Totally back to the drawing board for me. This is all like over stylized, but like the work, it's not about the work for you. Like, if it was about the work, this would be the home. Like, when you come in to see, I would see this minus whatever you have going on in the background, because this guy leaning up against the wall here, I hate so much. It's so distracting seeing the photos behind the photos. Like, it's just makes it too long to load. It just makes it heavy when I just want to see the work. And the work is good, but why are you making me Like, why are you doing this to me? Honestly, why are you doing this to me? And also, are you a people photographer? Are you shooting places or are you shooting things? Which one? Because you can't possibly be at 100% on all of them. These are horizontal pictures. Do you understand how much this photo is begging to be full screen? I'm looking at this on a 4K monitor and your photo is literally taking up, what is this, 10%? You worried that much about people stealing your photos, dude? But that's ego. Like, for me, this website screams ego. It doesn't scream anything about bringing value to the user or the person who you're trying to get to hire you. So, wow, Arson. And yeah, the too many niches. And it's not like you shoot this stuff poorly, but like, you can't possibly be like incredible or get work in all three niches. Like, it's just like Raymond Mayer does. Raymond Mayer is like 70. He shoots for Vogue, Harper's Bazaar. He's like, but like, he got famous for doing one thing first. And it's not like this work is very like competent. The work, like, it's just choose a lane. You don't know. You're trying to just fire pucks. Oh, you need a photographer? I'm there. Oh, you need people? There. You need product photographer? There. Like, you're just doing everything. And it's like, it's really hard. I would love to learn more about you, Arson, but for me, the site is, it's pretty, but it makes me hate you. I hate to say it, and I want to like you, but the site is, there's too much ego here. There's too much ego. This is way more about you and not about your customer, not about the people who are trying to hire you. This is ego driven. Ego. Look at me with no shirt. Look how sexy I am. Literally, look how sexy I am, is what you're saying. Sorry to laugh at you, bro, but come on. What if a guy is trying to hire you? Do you know what I mean? Do I want to be like worried about my sexy level when I'm around you? Be personable, be real, be likable. Do you know what I mean? You have to be likable. I think that this is like just so wrong, dude. And again, it's not industry standard at all. And I know you're doing that to stand out, but unfortunately with this, it misses the boat. Arson, I would start all over again with another demo site. I would watch my video on your website sucks. This is how to fix it. And like, there's a reason. There's like industry standard things like do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. This is a reason why Rankin's site and all these incredible sites that I show you look the same way. There's a reason. If you now deviate, it doesn't get you work. I'll tell you that for sure. It's not going to get you work. And it's going to attract the wrong kind of client. You're probably attracting the wrong kind of clients. I hope that helps you, my guy. All right, Dahlia. This is April. April, I am, oh my word. This is just a design shit show. It's a photography website, but you're trying to make this too many different things. Too many different things. Now, you're one person. Yes? You're one person. But you're writing about you in the second person or in the third person. We are an Atlanta-based photography studio. Isn't it just you, April? Hi, I'm April. Welcome to Dahlia Studios. Delalo Studios. Like, I'm a photographer. Like, you need to attach personality and you here. Like, and it comes from the work. This header is low quality, low res, and this purple is painfully distracting. And the background picture up here makes your navigation bar invisible and your socials invisible. So the rounded corners, it looks lo-fi and low budget. It looks too much like Instagram from 12 years ago. The lack of using space and the showing me the thumbnails of all the genres that you do here without actually showing me photography is painful. And then this pullback shot that now you're a drone photographer is confusing. And then these white blocks on top of gray text, how to buy my artwork, how to get aerial photography, how to get headshots done. Like headshots, people photography, aerial photography, completely different niche, needs its own website. And then artwork and decor, if that's just, again, 3 different websites, 3 different niches, all on the same thing. This wavy business is tacky and doesn't look like a photography site. And then blog posts, I got it, but the rounded corners, all of this, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to make money at photography? Do you want to make money at flying a drone? Do you want to make money at selling prints? Which one? Because you're trying to do all of these on your homepage, and the design of it is repelling. You need space between your photos. And when I click portfolio, I want to see a portfolio, but I'm not seeing a portfolio. I'm seeing categories. And then I have to click the categories to then actually see the photography. And you do too many things. You're trying to be the jack of all trades photographer, and you're, again, capable. I've seen your photos, but like this right here, look right here, too big. Thumbnails are too big because I have a 4K screen and I still can't see a whole photo. But right here, this is what your website used to look like. Just this, literally. Like, but the thumbnails are too big. But you have made it so difficult to just get to that, and you've hidden it up here in a way that no one's really going to look. I mean, yes, it's here, but this isn't appealing for clicks. And the underlining makes people feel dumb. And the small font, like unfortunately, this is so wrong. Site note, like, it's funny. You can see photographers, they have no amazing at photography, but the design sensibility, none. And it's hard. And I'm not trying to be harsh, but I have to be, because if not, like, this is your store. This is literally front facing, the first thing that people see when they look at your work. Assume that I just have the, first of all, integrity, second, confidence to tell you the truth. Here's the thing. I would rather be kind than nice, because kind people tell you the truth, even if the truth might hurt a little bit. Kind people tell you the truth. Nice people tell you what you want to hear. And what you want to hear oftentimes could hurt you. It could actually be completely wrong. What you want to hear could be like, I can fly. So people who are nice are not doing you a service. They're actually doing you a disservice by being nice to you. For me, I'm incredibly kind. And because I'm kind, I'm truthful, because truth is what you need. Everybody who's getting their websites ripped today, and I haven't seen one that I'm like, yes, this is the site. Not one, which tells you photographers, like, do you think that you're going to be as good with web as you are at photography? Do you think you're going to be 100% at photography and also 100% at presentation and packaging? Do you think so? What are the odds? What's more likely is you're probably going to be horrible at packaging and presentation when you start, probably. And what I'm showing you is evidence of great photography, good photography and horrible packaging, and how horrible packaging just kills everything. It's part of the Carty method. Is like I talk packaging. It's so much a part of it. So let's get into ambient awareness. This is what I see when I go to your homepage. Ambient Awareness Media LLC. So you're not a person. You are a LLC. You're now a literal corporation. You're not a human who's taking photos. You're the corporation. There's nothing personal about you. And I don't know if this is you or if this is one of your photos. And don't lead with your About Me page, because nobody cares about you. Honestly, I hate to be so dry. Nobody cares about you. They care about what you can do for them. That's it. So this is what you lead with. This tells a lot about why you make photographs. It says it right here. This is what you're saying. Number one, this is business. Okay? Number one. Number two, you don't know what ambient means. Okay? Number three, up here. Number three, let's see the three most important things you're saying here. The first most important thing, pricing. This is how I want to make money at this. Give me money. Home and about. Well, we're already at the about page, right? This is the about page. Over here, portfolio, secondary. Contact me, secondary. Okay. And then you're identifying your brand on a Polaroid camera. From an SX70 from 30, 40, 50 years ago. Okay. So when I click here, the first thing I see is that. Literally. Please no. Please, 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 please no. That's so not the picture that you want to hang your portfolio. And also, I'm already here trying to take a look at your portfolio. So why are you telling me take a look inside of my portfolio? That's what I'm trying to do. Literally, I clicked it. That's what I'm trying to do. But you haven't shown it to me yet. Because now above the fold, I get this, whoa. And then, I mean, I know it's probably a work in progress, but this cannot be it. Please no. Take this away immediately. Like, so you have a website, it's live, there's no work here. And it's all about the money, is what it says to me. It's all about the money, which means you're in it for the wrong reason. Our process, meet me, pay me. Bro, I know you need paper. I know you need money. I know you need money. I know. You know why I know? Because it's written all over this. It's like, meet me, pay me. Then we'll plan it. And then lastly, we'll shoot and blah, blah, blah. There's no, what's the result? What happens after? What's the result? Where's the, show me the amazing, amazing result. Like, too much about the money, my guy, and not enough about the work. Not enough about the work. You're so concerned about pay me. And it's so, and I don't know who you are. Do you know what I mean? You have no identity. You're just ambient awareness. So I would, again, completely re-watch. Your website sucks. Here's how to fix it. Because it's like you watch it, make no notes, goes in one ear, goes out the other. You see a cool template, you just throw your stuff out there and you're making it live and calling it a website. No, sorry. Again, if you're wondering why you're not working, it's because this is the first thing that I see when I come to your website. And there's no work. So, the weddings, if weddings is what you're trying to shoot, if portraits you have none of, there are portraits here. So this is why when I click portfolio, why do I get this? Why not just default to one of the categories that has something in there? And then here, oh my God, finally the work. This. You need to use no width restrictions. You have a width restriction set to 1,000 pixels or whatever it is. Set that to nothing. Leave width restriction to nothing. So it actually goes to the edge of the page. Like, that's the whole point, is you're trying to show and use space. Use all the space. Everybody has big laptops, big monitors. We're looking at stuff on TVs. Like, use the space. You see, there's no wasted space. None. Just my nav and everything else. Full photo. Click, full photo. No wasted space. Like, what are you hiding for? Okay. Next. Not doing photo reviews here at all. That's not the point. But your footer, it's got a lot of room, a lot of extra space here, like 200 pixels. Social icons, too small. Yeah, I don't know. And the background color, I don't hate it, but it looks kind of wishy. It's kind of wishy-washy. It's like this kind of beige, light gray beige. It's lead with the photos, big photos, but not too big, but bigger than they are now. And about, yeah, this, nobody cares about. Nobody cares. I'm about to lecture for them. They're going to fly me to Houston. I'm going there next year to lecture for the photographers of America. But nobody cares about that, honestly. What I do care about is the work. So, and this photo of you, how happy do you look here to be here? It's underexposed. You're not happy to be here. Yeah, that's the photographer that I want to hire. Come on. You want to be like, make it like, hey, I'm happy to be here. This is my name. I don't know. Don't hide behind your LLC. That's all. That's my advice. I hope that helps you, ambient awareness. I'm trying to not just rip, but my word, like it's so hard. It's so hard. It's like, I gotta say, it's way more fun to look at photos, you know? It's way more fun to look at photos because the looking at websites when there's no design sensibility, never, like when you're looking at a website, these are the things that you have to be thinking about. You got to be thinking about layout and using space and what other photographers are doing. What are other photographers doing? What are other photographers doing that are working? I'm not working, so I'm going to make a website on my own without looking at what industry standards are. That's insanity. And then wonder why you're not working. So let's go Matthew Sargent through his many logo incarnations. This is a close one. Matthew Sargent photographer, good deal. Space here is an issue. The color here is an issue, and the size. I'm looking at it on a 4K monitor. You can see the size of these are quite small. Yeah, these need to be bigger, bolder. What do I do? I don't know what that means. What do I do? Meaning, what do you do physically, or what do I do as the customer, the client, the person who's looking? I'm not sure what that means. So you have to clarify. This, as far as just clicking and getting right into the portfolio, this is now leading into this entire session. So what I'm looking at here is not actually your portfolio. I'm looking at an overview. I'm seeing. So you see here how you're doing the same thing, is you're making your homepage. These are the categories that I can do. And nobody cares. What you're trying to do is put on your homepage, this is the photography that will stop you from looking at any other photographer. That's what your homepage should be. And if you're not thinking, okay, my homepage needs to be, once you see my homepage, you're going to stop looking at photographers. So why don't I front load the best photography that I have in a easy way that uses the most amount of space, that people can just scroll, and just simply by looking at thumbnails alone, they'll see this is the photographer for me. And if they want to know the categories I shoot, then they can click one of the categories. Does that make sense? So what you're doing by giving people options on the front page is confusing them. You're just confusing them because you're putting a baby next to a family, next to an engagement, next to and it's like the person who wants one doesn't want the other. And also, someone who wants a wedding doesn't want portraits or editorial or headshots or all the other stuff. So people don't search photographer. They search like this. Watch. They go on the interweb and they search. First, they go to Google, and then they search editorial portraits Toronto. That's what they do when they're looking for me. Editorial portraits Toronto. And guess what comes up first? Out of 91.5 million results in 0.3 seconds, Steve Carty, photographer. So even if you don't know me, and then guess what happens when you click? Right to the photography, right to the editorial portraits. And guess what I lead with? Stuff from magazines. So know that, oh my God, is that Colin Firth? Oh my God, is that Adewale? Is that John Stromalopoulos? Is that Yasmin Warsan? Like, right to the work. The best of the work to hook you, to make you actually take me seriously. And look how easy and smooth and easy it is to nav. And then now they're like, oh, let's look at the other things that he does. So, and when you go to the About Me, there's a video, there's a big picture, there's a video. So, and it's also highlights of what I've done. So it becomes like simple. Once, like when you're niched and the web has that punch, but people forget, like your website is like the thumbnail of a YouTube video. Why are you clicking that? And so why are you not making your website, like you're trying to put too many different elements, too many different things, rather than just the thing. So back to Matt. So your portfolio needs to actually be that, because this isn't it. This is categories. You're proving it right here. This is family, this is engagement, this is newborn. So it's not actually your categories. It's not your portfolio, it's your categories. So what I would do is rip this apart and pull the best of the best and have that on your homepage. And then up here have families, engagements, and the rest of the things that you do up here. But it would line up much closer to the top of your photos because you're not going to do that much space, and these would be larger. This photo looks definitely friendly, but it's the wrong sensibility for, like, I think it needs to be not quite as smiley. Doesn't need to be so smiley. I think that it should be a little bit more, and again, with camera, you're wearing a button down, which looks a little formal, but yes, I definitely understand you're in Utah, but like camera in your hand, you know what I mean? A little bit like, I'm here to get the job done kind of a look on your face. And the text, this color, this whole color scheme that you've picked is really wishy and hard to read. It's hard to read. And again, I have a 4K screen, but it's hard to read. Like this, it's too thin, and it just doesn't work. You imagine if you're looking at it like that, like seeing it small, it starts to blur, gets really difficult. Contact page is a form, and the form is quite blocky and design-wise, yuck. This is yuck, like so ugly. Honestly, I mean, I appreciate how detailed it is, but it's very ugly. So we gotta fix that. like I don't even know what color text that is. On top of that makes it like the lines are starting to rasterize. Oops, these lines are starting to rasterize. So yeah, we gotta fix that Got to fix that. The font's the biggest problem for me with the site. And testimonial page. Testimonial page is also very not good looking. This is just not great. This line, it looks like a mistake. And then the 3 different sizes doesn't work, and the circles in a square doesn't work. You don't need that box over top of it at all. And then the spacing, get more testimonials, and this one is just a rough one, like layout wise. Wow, it's hard because like you have to do intelligent imitation. Not meaning you're not intelligent. I'm meaning intelligent imitation is, let's look and see the most effective website from the busiest photographers that I know, and let's see what their sites look like. And I'm not talking people in your neighborhood. I'm talking like photographers in New York, photographers in LA, photographers in London, photographers in the biggest markets in the world, what their websites look like. If you imitate that with your work, you'll see your value goes up, and then your prices can go up. I hope that brought you value, my friend Matt. All right, let's look at Liza Hyder. Liza Hyder. Let's look at Liza. So Liza, again, there's some framing issue that's happening. I'm not sure what's happening with this box here on either side of this photo. I'm not sure why it's there. It's definitely bothersome. Why not just the photo? And also, she's very like unsure is a good way for me to describe it. I'm not sure if this is the best photo that you have, and if you want to lead with it. There's a space thing that's happening. Like this could easily go all the way to and have this text over top of it, which would make it look way better without the gray. Like the 18% gray for me is bold, not my favorite. Again, 18% gray is like something that your dad knows about, but most people don't even understand or know anything about 18% gray. So 18% gray, by the way, is exactly in between white and black. This is the color that she's using for this website. So I'm kind of a bit against that. Why is my color not showing up? Please. There we go. All right. So that's a little off for me. Let's look at something else. People. Yeah, no. No. This is making me crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't know what this is. Like on either side of these frames. I do not know what this is. And you're making your thumbnails so far and so no. This doesn't fit at all. And it's making it so hard to see the photography. And you can even see when it fades over top, it's just not exactly right. And also your horizontals, your verticals, they're not the same size. So the proportion of this is almost square. Let's go, hard drive. Thanks. Welcome back. Is almost square, but then this one is not. This girl loves having her hands in her hair because you shot 3 photos and her hands are up, hand, oops, going the wrong direction. But hand up, hand up, hand up, hand up, hand up. So, also you're mixing black and white, color, sepia, neutral black and white, but then you're showing not neutral black and white up here. It doesn't go. It's and then you're doing too many things in post. You're playing around too much, and your horizontals are very, very center focus and unusable. Models don't use, the only way a model can use a horizontal is like double pages in a portfolio. So then the seam goes right through their face. So you're shooting everything everyone's right in the center. You have to watch my editorial rules video, rules for getting published. And again, you're letting people touch their face a lot. I feel literally like your models are ruling you. They're honestly, Liza, they're just doing what they want. I'm not trying to do a critique here, but you're just letting your models do what they want and you're just shooting it. And you can't, because everybody touches their face. And if you start looking at it over, like looking at your picture over and over and over and over, like it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, because you're not stopping it from happening. This white bar down here, painful. And you don't need to show two up. Like this is enough. You haven't done that throughout the whole website. You've only showed a single photo, but then here you're showing two up. So I'm wondering about that. It's only one photo, but then two up. So you have to have I hate this website. I'm sorry to say you need to scrap this. The whole everything is just wrong. And it's you're hiding the work in this really incredibly bad template. The work is here, but you have all this black and all this because the work isn't formatted properly to go on the site, but you're putting it on the site anyways. So, mixing live photography with editorial photography. Again, I'm hoping that you're noticing that your verticals or your horizontals are very center focused, which means how does this fit in a magazine? Half a page. That's all you'll ever get is the top of one half of a magazine page. So you got to learn how to shoot more verticals and compose like more like this where it actually fits on a double page spread. I can't do a full critique here. I honestly can't. But I think that this website is bad and you need to fix it. And people, Canada, flowers and landscape. So also too many niches, like the fine art, personal work, mix it like this, editorial, commercial work, this stuff, and then personal work. Just call it personal work. So you don't have to call it flowers, Canada, and landscapes and all that. Just call it personal work. Stuff that you do that doesn't pay money. And then this is the stuff that I do that pays money. Stuff that you do for yourself and stuff that you could sell prints, that you could make books, blah, blah, blah. It's all personal work. Then there's the front facing work, which is this work, which needs to be showcased in a better format on a better website. Seeing these thumbnails over here, and I don't even think that they're thumbnails because the more that I click, they don't rotate. They're not changing with what I'm clicking. It's these same 5 pictures. So that is like, so what about oh, there they are. Yeah, so this is a horrible, like whatever service you're using, get your money back. It's really bad. That is Liza Helder. It's hard because, again, photographers aren't designers. And it's like one after the other. And again, I'm offering to do these website reviews because I think it's necessary. But the hard thing is that I make content. I'm like, this is industry standard websites. This is what industry standard websites look like. How many industry standard websites have I seen? 0, which means you're hearing the information, but you're not acting on the information. You're not activating the information. So here's another one. Tom Fox. Tom, this isn't about you. This isn't about you. But it is, because that's what you're showing first. And I haven't even seen a single thing yet, and you're already telling me how to order prints. Order prints. Show me photographs first. Show me work if you want me to order prints. Like, seriously. And why is it about you? Show me the work. This is ego-driven. Like, me first. I'm the photographer. It's me. So show me the work. Show me the work. So that's home. And then there's no photos. This is obviously is a work in progress. It's ugly and messy and too layered underneath, and then photo on top, and then rounded corners, and then text over top that can't be really read, and then fonts are too small, and then this is the gear that, like, you're trying to do way too much stuff. And then the boxes around the buttons. This is not a photography website. The photos are at the bottom of the home page. How? Where? What? Like, I don't. Oh, down here. Oh, down here. Like, I actually have to do this. So how do I know that? How do I know? How would I know? Like, I'm literally super web savvy. There's no arrow that says scroll down, like one of those like scroll arrows, but there's definitely an order prints button. So how about not leading with you and leading with the work? And also the street photography. Like, you make amazing photos, but you're not leading with them. You're leading with ego. And these borders, oh my God, that's painful is the only way I can describe it. I can't see any of the photos because all I see is white. All I see is white around, black behind. So this is a mess, a total mess. This whole thing is a mess. It's a mess. The picture behind the picture business that you have happening, the massive thumbnails that actually don't show the work without us like clicking and then clicking and then clicking. It's like, this is the homepage. You should see the work right now, but I can't. But then I go down here, and this is supposed to be the portfolio, but I'm not seeing the portfolio. I'm seeing the categories. So, and then the picture behind no, this is a go back to the drawing board. Like, literally start from one. And I hate to be so dry, but again, it's like, I honestly just feel like I'm beating my head up against the wall, because like what photography is supposed to look like is, okay, we got the first one. First one that's getting the applause. First one, Donna Cranshaw. Donna is the one that from the first page, instantly, my answer is yes. She's leading with products and still life. But small things, you got a lot of kerning here, but you figured out how to use the entire thing. You're shooting one niche. There's good spacing between the photos. When you roll over, you're saying what these things are that I'm looking at, which is great. And when I click it, it goes full screen. And then I can just navigate right through. And guess what? It's all one thing. It's just products and still life. So you are so close. Donna, you're the first one who's getting the smoke today. This is the closest. And it like, you believe in yourself when you look at this. You believe like, hey, I'm a photographer. And even if you only have like a portfolio worth of work, you have a portfolio worth of work. It's all hella niched. It's all really focused, and the work is great. Like, Donna, this. Your thumbnails could be bigger. Because there's not a lot of work. You could afford to make your thumbnails this big. Look at that. You could afford to make your thumbnails that big. So there's like 3 rows, right? Or you could afford to make them this big. You know what I mean? So there's 2 on a row, but it's on point. And that's the thing that I think is great, is that you really nailed it. Like, this is it. It's so simple. You followed all the rules. And again, they're not my rules. It's just, obviously you need to fill in your testimonials, and get some client photos, about me. I would use some space here, Donna, like put the photo here and then about you on this side. So you're going this way rather than stacking, which is relatively easy to do with Adobe Portfolio. And your contact page over here is just a form. Again, be more like enticing. I hate forms. They're necessary sometimes, but I would just put your email, your contact address, your phone number. Your phone number's on the bottom of every page, which is great. Like this is, you get literally a 9 out of 10. Your website's never finished, but you are so far ahead. Good job. That was Donna. Good job. Like, again, it's like, it's not that hard, but you can definitely make it harder than it needs to be. You can definitely do that. Okay, let's look at Kyle Gagnon. Kyle G. Definitely see what you're doing here, Kyle. Appreciate you. Definitely see what you're doing. You're doing a couple of things. You're putting the categories on the front page instead of leading with one of these amazing categories. Your work is so good, but you do gap around some niches. Seeing landscapes, waterfalls next to this baby picture is strikingly different. And also the overlays not filling the whole page. I know it looks intentional, but it's not that sexy. I'm also using Adobe Portfolio. What I do for that when I'm in categories like that is I just have it go a little darker, but it goes over the whole photo. And I pop up what it is you're about to look at. I'm not saying you have to do it exactly like mine, but seeing how yours is popping up this way, it's kind of distracting. And also the square thumbnails are also kind of distracting, and how much they're touching is also distracting. And again, I just want this to be, when you first go there, I want it to be, here's another thing, by the way. This is how it should be laid out. Just show me this. But what's happening is your logo is so big that, and your fonts here are so small. Like, that's hella off balance. And also these should align left. This needs to be literally, it needs to be like this. KG, that big, small, like small. So, and then make this bigger, because that's the stuff that you want people to read. Like, I can see this from space, Kyle. Seriously, make that smaller. And make this bigger. And again, this category here, you don't need this. You don't need this at all. This page, you don't need it. What you do need is to just, when people go there, it leads them into this page and they see this first. And then you can choose what category you want them to deflect into first. Because when people come in and they see, this is taking also a long time to load. You're seeing that too, based on how big your photos are. So you can see here, when people come into here, and also like, should, this photo be next to this one, or should this be in between these? Should this picture be leading, or should this picture be leading and this one in between that one? Like, you can see the sequencing. It doesn't work. You have vertical, horizontal. Okay, so why not you have vertical, horizontal, but lead with the other one? Yeah, I think I enlarged. So, yeah, there's some sequencing things here too. And you can see the pictures are big. So when I go to a category, I'm hanging a little bit while it caches. But these two shouldn't be side by side. They're literally the same picture. So they shouldn't be side by side. So work on the sequencing here. And then you shouldn't have two rows that are exactly the same. Like, horizontal, vertical, then horizontal, vertical. Like, stagger them. Make them look like not exactly, like, it takes time, but you have to spend the time to go through and order it. Like, so it's not, you're not doing two rows on top of each other in the same sequence. Like, you're not putting the same picture side by side. Like, you have to do these efforts, because again, presentation is everything. Even the fact that right here I have two verticals on top of each other, like, that bothers me. I need to like move a horizontal. I need to move this horizontal that side. So this is what we have to think about when we're doing grids this way. for sure. So Kyle, again, you're close. You're close. The 18% gray doesn't bother me, but it is a little ominous. But you can see how long it's taking. And I have fiber internet. I have 150 megabits down. So 150 megabits down and up. But when I'm clicking a category I haven't seen before, and I'm sitting here like this, waiting, 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 before anything comes up, that tells you how big your logo is. Look how long your logo took to load. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, I hope that helps you value. I hope that brings you value. Your About Me section, it's a little wishy. There's some kerning, some text things, not a clickable link. You're making it hard for people to contact you. And it's not styled well. The photo should be on the top and the text on the bottom, and you're making me roll to see the whole photo, which means the photo's too big. So you got some stuff to do, but again, I'm giving you applause because you're 9 out of 10. It's not as far as some of the other ones, but again, just avoid this whole work category. You don't need this category at all. This right here. Like, eliminate that click and default them into your favorite first category, or make a category that is actually your work, which is the best of everything that you do, and call that your portfolio, because that's what it is. All right, let's go next. We have, is that it? Is that the last one? Oh my God, that was the last one. I think, guys, that was the last one. So you can see, it's like not easy. Amund just submitted last minute after the fact. Amund, this is also bad. The gray is not sexy. Gray, the double gray, the purple buttons, it's just, no. Everything down here is okay. Like, under here is okay, but it's too close, and you're showing a whole set. I don't need to see everything that came off your roll. You need to edit. You need to be like, this is my best photography. And if this is your homepage, this is exactly what this should be, this is my best photography. So out of these photos, pick one. You know what I mean? Out of this, does that need to be there? This Christmas tree picture from your backyard or whatever? Like, again, these are the things, like, is this photo moving the needle? Is this moving the needle? And then it's watermarked. It's watermarked because you're worrying that people are going to steal it. So don't watermark your photos. It lowers the frequency of the work and makes you look like an amateur. Okay, so, and the color balance is off on many of these. Yeah, there's just repeats. I think that in order to really move the needle, you need to be showcasing that you can make photos. And when I click portraits, I'm now seeing client galleries that I shouldn't see. This should be password protected. That isn't, like, I don't want to see everything that you shot for Courtney. That's not, I want to see the best picture that you shot for anybody. And this is literally not front facing. That should be private. Yeah, this website looks like it's some sort of a smug mug or something like that service that you have, that you're using to facilitate clients, that you're just showing too much on the homepage as your portfolio. That is just a mix of the work that you've done for clients. So guys, there's some work to be done. I hate to be so dry, but there is some work to be done. I just dropped my education website, which is thecartymethod.com, where you can go to learn how to join my mentorship program. And again, this website I built in a day. And again, still really, this is not my portfolio website though. Understand this is my education website. So that's the thing, like, my education website is different and should be different than what my professional website looks like. And the problem is that some of you are taking templates that aren't photography websites, templates, and trying to use them for your photography website. And it's just not working. So this is a template from my education site, which work. And again, I've done so much customization here, but the purpose for this is completely different than the purpose of my photography website. By the way, my first digital tool is ready, and I dropped the price radically. I dropped the price radically. Again, this is a sales page, which is different than your photography website. It's different than your photography website sales page. It's completely different. So know that you need to make sure that you're making the right type of website for what you're doing. Know that my stevecarty.com is different than that sales website, because this is to get photography clients. This is the only purpose of this, is to catch people who want me to shoot magazine pictures for them. So this is the focus, and it's in the format of a photography portfolio, industry standard. My education site, completely different. This is an education platform. So this is set up to appeal to other photographers who watch my YouTube channel, who want to know more about how I can help them. So different purpose, different website. Guys, I hope today brought you value. I have editing to do if I'm trying to get a video out tomorrow. And I also have more work to do on this. I hope this brought you value. Your website, Vladimir says his website wasn't reviewed for some reason. I looked literally at all the links that I could find in there. Vladimir, I did not see your website. Jennifer, also, I don't know if I looked at Jennifer's website. It's hard because other people are posting here, commenting and blah, blah, blah. And it's making it like, imagine this is what the website link folder looks like, which should just be website links. So if there's so much chatter in here, it makes it incredibly difficult for me to find the websites. And I went back as far as I can. If I missed yours, put it in here. And again, don't chat here about it, so I can actually find the links. Yes. It makes it a lot easier for me. I mean, I appreciate the encouragement and blah, blah, blah. But just take the encouragement to just chatting and be like, RE, your website that you posted over in that other channel, let's talk about it here to make it so it's easier for me. It's like you guys chatting in the submission folder, which you don't do for that reason, but you're chatting in this submission folder. Guys, hope today brought you value. I love you a lot. Again, this commercial-free stream was brought to you by Carty Crew Merch, which you're seeing me rock the third eye right here. This is the eye to our mind. And behind this little eye logo, which reminds us, this is the eye to the mind, is our prefrontal cortex, which is where creativity lives, which is where our risk-taking ability lives. This you can buy from my merch store if you feel like it. Again, thecartymethod.com is live and working. I'm working on setting up the call sheet so you guys can get that. Mentorship, you guys have to apply for mentorship now. I can't just take everybody. So make sure that if you're interested in one-on-one mentorship, you go to the Carty Method, go to the mentorship section and send me and send me an email and I'll send you an email back. And then lastly, the masterclass, we are still taking people on the masterclass. The only thing is you just got to do homework. That's it. Like you just got to do the work leading up to the masterclass that's in March. You got to do the work because they happen at the beginning of the month, usually the first weekend of the month. So if you want to join, please do, but just go back and watch the past videos, look at all the notes, make notes on all my notes and all that shit. Guys, again, commercial-free stream brought to you by Carty Crew Merch and also the members of this channel. The membership is growing. Members are able to chat with me live, which is amazing. I ask me questions and talk to each other and all that good stuff. And also Tier 2 of the memberships, you get to submit your photographs, your websites, and all that stuff for me to do this kind of intense reviews with. Guys, know that you can't be an incredible designer and an incredible photographer. It just happens. It's so rare. If you're not studying design and literally studying why does this photographer's website work, and what do photographers do? Like photographers, Michael Muller, like the biggest Rankin, like look at the biggest photographers in the world. Look at their websites. Now, if your website doesn't look like that, your website doesn't look like that, you're not standing out by making your website look the way yours does. You're just making yourself eliminated from the opportunity to do the jobs that you should be doing. People don't look at your website and say, oh, that's creative. They look at your website and go like, oh, next. And they just click another. Like, watch my interview with Gabe. Watch my interview with Gabe. And you see how sweet and kind, but how cut and dry Gabe is. Gabe doesn't have time to look at the kind of websites that I saw today. So he's the guy, he's dealing with millions of dollars of budget. If you want to be attracting those kinds of people, you got to do the right things. And again, your website, if you do that, it'll definitely attract your clients but you'll just look like slicker, better, more informed, and you'll be taken more seriously and you'll be able to command more rates. I hope today brought you value. Thank you so very much for watching. We'll be back Sunday for another episode of Behind the Picture. Also, please don't forget, there is an ongoing assignment right now that's happening. You need to shoot a self-portrait. The cutoff for the self-portrait is Wednesday next week at midnight. At Wednesday midnight, the folder gets locked off. And then now I'm going to take 2 weeks to look at those self-portraits because there better be a lot of them. Guys, if you have horrible pictures on your website, shoot that self-portrait. If you saw me like, oof, reshoot that self-portrait. And if I critiqued your website today and you realize that you got a lot of work to do, fix it and then resubmit it and we'll look at it again. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you all. That screenshot was the absolute best. Like, truly, that was a scroll stopper. Really, the best. Whoever dropped that screenshot, that was epic. Morgan, Mr. Nelson, that was beautiful. Well played. All my members, I love you. All my subscribers, I love you too. Know that this commercial-free stream, I couldn't do it without the guys and girls that are scrolling across the top right now. Those are my last 25 members. You'll see them getting all the love. If you became a subscriber, you're going to see your name scrolling across because I love everybody who chooses to hang out with me and spread the good vibes. Join the Discord. Spread your photography there. Be positive. We have an amazing, happy place with over 900 photographers. That's where literally everybody goes right now, is directly to the Discord to discuss all the stuff that I talked about. If I reviewed your website today, again, don't be offended. Know that it's impossible for you to be an amazing designer and an amazing photographer. But if you've learned that you have some work to do, you know I have video content talking about the kind of websites that work. Watch the video. Your website sucks. Here's how to fix it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you all.